Hello, pals. Welcome to day 23. Let's talk about rest. Rest. There are many forms of rest, as I'm sure that you know. And there are many activities that may not be completely like lying face down, fast asleep in an unconscious state, but they give you energy. They make you feel good. They make you feel uplifted. And rest for me is going to be something I'm really going to be taking care of and paying attention to in 2023. Because at the end of 2022, I got that lurgy and it lurked around for about 2 weeks. It started as a grim cough, like you heard it on the podcast, my voice wavering, and it just took me out. And this is the difficult thing, that we can all be programmed to just keep going because we want to do a good job, or we want to do what we said that we would do, or we don't want to be seen as being flaky or giving up or just being a bit sketchy about our plans. Like, we want to do a good job. And it really made me think about when I actually switched off throughout the year. And there were very, very few moments. In true honesty, like I had holidays, I saw some friends, I had a couple of nights away. But because of the age and stage of my children at the moment, they're 3 and 7, and lots of last year, Matt was away working. I don't really feel like I had that R&R a lot of the time, because if you're self-employed like me, sometimes there is that sense of, right, well, I've got an hour of childcare, so maybe I should do something, or I'll catch up on emails. And actually what I need to do is to rest, to relax, to notice my nervous system, to maybe go into a meditation and a reflection rather than a like, oh my goodness, I've got to do more. And I've noticed that a bit in yoga, where I have taught myself to be more mindful. And at the end of a class, there is always that shavasana for 3 to 5 minutes. And the teacher will no doubt always say, like, try not to think about your to-do list. Don't decide what you're having for dinner. Try and be in the moment and just rest. There is nothing else to do. And in the beginning, I found it so difficult. And I did make lists. I did think about my dinner. I did go into that, right, now I've done my yoga, what next? And over the last month or so, I would say, I've got to a place where I am fully surrendered to the ground. And it has a profound effect on my sleep, on my calmness, of that sense of resetting and feeling like I'm in my body and I'm feeling in awareness of it and what's going on. I also have realized that just because I can doesn't mean that I should. And this is what I mean, is that there are times where I haven't been structured because my life hasn't been structured. And so I have done things when I've been available. So I've worked Saturday afternoons or Sunday mornings or late on a Tuesday night. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to do that without good reason, is more what I should say. Like, if I am working on a specific project and it takes more time and it takes me away and there isn't physically space in my working hours, then for a short amount of time, that is absolutely fine. I will do the thing to get the job done. But my general state of play is not to have a week or a year where everything is just up for grabs. Everything is like, hi, I'm always available whenever you need this. Like, I do have this moment with my children where at the end of dinner, and they'll usually have something after their main meal, where I will say, and this sort of started more in lockdown because we had to have this sense of like, okay, enough is enough, because everyone was just cooking so much, and everyone was together, where I sometimes joke, like, the cafe is closed now. Like, I've wiped everything down, I've loaded the dishwasher, and I have this moment of like, the kitchen is almost out of bounds. Because otherwise, I know my kids would be like, can I have a bowl of something? Can I have some toast? Can I? And I know if that feeds into the evening, there'll never be that sense of them going to bed. And I know that sounds awful, but in order to be the parent that I need to be in the morning, because they're both early risers, I need to have that time in the evening. So to be fair to my children, they've never been those kind of kids who are up and down and can I have a glass of water and can I do this? Because I have to put that boundary in place. And so I'm really thinking about that in my work life now, of maybe putting a few out of office hours in, or certainly when my daughter goes to school in September, maybe I'll give myself a day off every couple of weeks. I don't know. And like, just go and do something fun and reconnect to myself again. And I don't know, do something that is just not filling the time and not working. So today's question is about your relationship with rest. And for you to almost do that check-in today and think about what showed up for you this year in terms of your rest. What's your relationship being? Now, I'm saying this very cautiously because there are some times, and life throws certain things at us where there's no let up, I guess. You know, if you've got a tiny baby and you're in those first months of working out what the hell it is to be a parent, how to connect with your child, how to feed your child, how to do all of the things, you don't want somebody going, you just got to book some time out for you, babe. You, like, take some time, like, go and have some wines with your girlfriends. Like, you might not be in that headspace, but there may be also things that you could do and that you could communicate with those around you. Or even put a boundary in place for yourself where you actually unplug something. One of the things that I've started doing is actually turning my computer off. It's game changing. I mean, it's not really, like, it's a small, tiny thing. But there's something ceremonious about the end of the day where I go, file, shut down, like, done. Because the temptation is too great to go, oh, just have a look at this email, or just do this, or I'll just make this tweet to my website, or I'll just do X, Y, and Z. It's too tempting because it's all there. It's all available. And I know that if I want to do the things and be the things and have the things and experience and feel and all of it, my version of success and yours too, we have to take rest as well. We have to get used to finding a way that works for you, finding a way that supports you. I know that still my children wake up in the night. Like this morning, Luna stayed in her bed until 4:30 and then was like, "Mommy, mommy," which is like the worst sound to wake up to. Like, oh, I was in a really deep sleep and now you're shouting at me and what's happened and what's going on? And she came into our bed at 4:30 this morning, and I know that I didn't have some proper kip after that. But I do know, based on prioritizing rest, that I will be going to bed earlier tonight. And there might have been years, weeks, months where I would just push through and go, right, okay, I've just got to crack on with it. And like, not having sleep is just part of life. I know that I can't do that anymore. And I know that if I'm much more gentle, much more aware, much more in tune with what's going on, I know that I'm going to make different decisions. I hope this has been useful for you today. I am sending lots of love, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.